everyone. Today I'm going to discuss the implications of lumbar spinal fusion surgery and the activity and participation limits that a patient will experience after surgery. Lumbar spinal fusions are indicated for conditions such as degenerative disc disease, spondylolisthesis, spinal fractures, scoliosis, and other issues that would lead to a weak or unstable vertebral column. During the procedure, a surgeon grafts bone between the affected vertebrae and screws rods in place along the sides of the vertebrae. This stabilizes the spine and creates less chance for slippage of the vertebral discs. Post-operative restrictions are going to include avoiding the BLTs, so you're bending, you're lifting, and you're twisting. And I don't know about you guys, but in doing this video, I realized that throughout your day-to-day life, almost all of your ADLs and lots of the activities that I enjoy doing all require some amount of those motions. So things like getting dressed, getting up from bed, doing house chores, getting in and out of a vehicle, and picking up objects are just a few examples of activities that will need some modification. Additionally, there will be restrictions on driving to avoid sitting for long periods of time and to avoid twisting. It's recommended that arrangements are made in advance for the patient to have someone to help them with things like getting to appointments, running errands, and even wound management because the incision site is so kind of hard to get at and to see that it's important that they have someone to kind of like keep an eye on things and to help them with any dressing changes that they might need. Avoiding total bed rest is also best, so doing some low-impact exercise, such as walking, is really important for maintaining physical and mental well-being until they're cleared to do some more advanced activities. These restrictions are usually in place for about a minimum of 6 weeks. So anyways, the bottom line on educating a patient for doing any activities with a lumbar spinal fusion are to remember the BLTs, bending, lifting, and twisting. So one thing that you can kind of do to kind of help them visualize how to avoid those things is to tell them to pretend like they have a spine or a rod going up their spine, because they kind of do now, and to pretend like they have like a box that goes from between their shoulder blades and then down to between their hips. So like this space right here, and you want to keep that space kind of as flat as possible. So anytime that they're doing any sort of activity such as turning, what they're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn with your feet, and any bending that you do, you're going to want to hinge at the hips and then drop down with your knees and bend at the knees, and then come straight back up.
Well, pets are a great source of emotional support for us as humans. They can also lead to participation task limitations after a lumbar fusion surgery. So right now I'm going to demonstrate the wrong way that you would pick up your dog or pet or animal. So here's a dog that clearly weighs more than 10 pounds. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bend at my lower back and pick up this nugget in a twisting motion, which is what you want to avoid. I'll show you the proper way to pick up a pet following precautions of post-lumbar fusion surgery of an animal that is clearly less than 10 pounds now. So what you're going to want to do to avoid bending, twisting, and lifting lighter loads, we're going to bend at the knees, squat down low, pick up your pet, and come straight up.